Hey DOT community, this is Zalon coming at you with another DOT video. And in this video, I'm talking about the 1.2 rollout that just is becoming available to players. I just got it this morning myself here on Android. The blog post was posted yesterday, saying that it was going to start to roll out today. Not everyone may have it yet, so of course don't get too down and out. You will be getting it soon enough. So I do have a couple things that were listed in the blog post and a bunch of other things, not a bunch, but some things that I have noticed myself that they said, well, there's other fixes and everything too, but just keep your eyes peeled. So I found a couple other ones that I wanted to mention here in the video, and if you have found things that I have not mentioned, please feel free to put it down in the comments. Because, of course, sometimes you miss things. You never know. Plus, I do have, if you are patient to the end of the video, a little bit of information on the new feature, information-wise. So, please stay tuned to the end of the video for that. So, first off, I'll start with Alliance leaders can now, as you can see here in the top, there's this dark gray band. Basically, I can now, as an Alliance leader, or I don't know if it is available to the other leaders in the Alliance as well, but I'll get confirmation on that soon enough. But at least the Alliance leaders have this little button up here that allow for, and I can do this, broadcast a message, and it pins it to the top of the chat. So members in your Alliance, as you know, the chat goes up and messages get deleted quite often if you're in a very active alliance. So now this pins it to the top so that until you create another message. As soon as you type in a new message, then that now message will pin to the top. So interesting. I like it. It's definitely going to make things a lot easier to get information out to people. And the old adage excuse of "I didn't know" when you lay down certain rules and restrictions in your alliance, then players will, of course, not have that option anymore. So I like it. Also, when you jump into the chat now, as you can see, it continues to go straight back to non-toxic and doesn't go back to Legend League, so then you have to hit the button to come over here. Or if I was in private messages, when I open it back up again, it's still in private messages. So there is these little small things now that are making it so you don't have to do extra button pushing, which is more intuitive. That's what they said on the blog post. So I personally noticed when you're messing around with relics, for instance, right here, I'm sorting from top to bottom, but if I sort from bottom to top, when I jump out of my relics, I'm pretty certain when you jump back in, oh no, it still goes back to the top. But when you're forging, let's do this. I noticed this while I was forging, because as you can see here, I'm at the bottom. It doesn't immediately come up with the top, because the last time I was forging my items here in the bottom. So let's just see. I'm just going to do this anyway, because I'm get those bitter dirks up. But, yeah, no, of course, no success. But if I put this to sort top to bottom, obviously, and exit, it's going to come back the same way. But when you're forging, interesting, it's still taking it to the bottom first. So I believe it's the last area that you were forging at. It remembers where you were forging from. Again, if that is not true, please post it down in the comments. But I keep on seeing that come up when I'm doing my forges, so I think that's how that works now. Although, here, let's just try something else real quick. Say we just went to the economic relics and forged from... Oh, I guess I can't forge from here. I just wondered if it would take me to the... I guess I'll have to test it out at another time. But still, I just didn't know if it would take you to the certain section that you were in. But it may be the case. So relic forging may be more intuitive as well. That's what I was noticing earlier. great thing with troop generation. Great, 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 great news. The slots for each one of your barracks has now been increased. The ability for you to be able to generate troops, as you can see here in the left, there is more boxes over there, just telling you that there's more boxes over there. Before, we just knew they were there, but now at this point, they actually show that they're there. Plus, I'm going to do something here. I'll show you something. It's absolutely insane. Watch this. How crazy is it to see this? Going from 313 and just being able to blast out just troops just way beyond what you've been able to do in the past. Very nice. Like that. Being able to generate more troops on a regular basis, I think, is going to be very helpful. Relics that are boosting barracks and spell forges. I don't have any suitable relics for spell forges and barracks. I don't have both. Oh wait, no, I do. But I'm training somebody there. Huh. Maybe there's a different... Let me see something. It's the one I just put all these guys on. So if I take this off, is it going to show that... Said that it's supposed to highlight what kind of troops that you should be making there, but that symbol has always been the same. Looks like the same symbol it was before, so it's... Interesting. Maybe that's something that is changing and it just isn't shown, but I don't notice any difference yet. That was something that was on the blog post, so I haven't seen anything really that much different. Couple things. Let's see. Oh, I did notice in the shop here, these stars at the bottom, I don't remember if they were like that before this update or not. If not, it is a change. If I just missed that last time around, then I might have just been blind. But I think those stars are a little different. They didn't have it set up like that before. Couple things out here in the world that I noticed is there's this wonderful bracket around our neutral lands now. So that just a little bit of a visual change. They said there was an individual leaderboard event score fix. Basically, when people had the same exact score in individual leaderboards, it wasn't properly putting people in the proper ranking, I believe. That's what they were implying to, because it was just a little messed up. So they said they fixed some, when you have the same score as somebody else, that the ranking is now proper. Besides from that, when you go to attack somebody, now... Oh, wait, not that. Hold on. You're in your battle log. Your battle log numbers are all now all red. So losses, when you lose things in here, are all red. I remember they were all white before, so that, to me, was another visual change. Oh, and here's the big one. Here's the real big one that I'm sure everyone's like, oh, Zalon, you haven't said it yet. Here, this is the big one. Garrisons. Now you do not see the Titan or the level that is on that garrison. The only thing you see is this power number, which, again, the power numbers have just been recently changed to reflect better of Titans that buff troops. So those numbers have risen a little bit, I've noticed, in the last week or so, playing this new, that when they fixed, well, they modified, I can't say fixed, because fixed implies that there was something horribly wrong before, but some players would say that there was, and some players say there wasn't. So they have modified the garrisons to now... See, the Edelis boosts the Imperials. I did not level up my Imperials, and I did not have over 300k defense on my garrison before. So the numbers do reflect, boosting troops. So, that's pretty much all the things that I have noticed besides the ones that I've mentioned also that were in the blog post. One other thing I do want to note is, yes, I did miss 6 days because I was doing the um, playtest. So, in 4 hours and 50 minutes, we'll see what the new calendar looks like. So, that'll be interesting. I'm interested to see exactly what that's going to be like. Um, to what kind of rewards, if they're going to be, a little bit better, maybe, hopefully. And this rollout should be to all players, if not everybody, very soon too. I know the daily reward rollout has actually been one of the longest ones we've had. So I know that's still maybe something that everyone is still getting along with this new 1.2 rollout all at once. So besides from that, like I said, that's pretty much everything. The last thing I want to say before I get going, and that is that for the new feature, Bo and I were waiting to be greenlit for our be able to release our videos for that's what greenlit means. To be able to release those videos of the new feature tomorrow, like was prior planned, and unfortunately to say, it looks like we will not be releasing our videos tomorrow. We will be releasing them at still a TBD, to be determined time, but most likely we're looking at next week sometime is when we're looking at. We're not hopeful it's not like a day delay or anything like that. This is something that's going to push into next week. We're so far from what Bo and myself are looking at. So we're still waiting for the go ahead, but there will be a dev live stream tomorrow. And Bo and I will be making a DOT after show for the dev live stream tomorrow to discuss everything that happens. Still, tune into that live stream because I think we're still going to be seeing some possible information or sneak peeks or something for the new feature tomorrow for the dev live stream. So, for all the people that stuck to my video at the very end, you got that little nugget of information. So definitely make sure to tune in to the dev live stream tomorrow, and also to the DOT after show tomorrow, because me and Bo will definitely want to discuss anything that we possibly can. So, DOT community, I will talk to you guys all again very soon, and happy early Thanksgiving to those who are celebrating. Have a good one.